Hello, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. And as you know, it is First Mondays. So we love to hear what you're doing, and we look forward to having you in the house. While we're doing that, we want you to be aware that we've got a special guest coming up. She's in the wings. So get your pencils and papers ready because we're going to be talking some interesting topics regarding your business. So, with that, we just like to say, hey guys, don't forget to share so that other people can benefit from the broadcast today because we want everyone to be able to run a profitable business that's fun to run. So, with that, we're going to get this party started. We want to give a shout out to everybody in Clubhouse, for those who are watching online live, and those of you on YouTube. We just want to say, hey, thank you so much for your time. And we know you're going to find something of value today. So, with that, we're going to get this party started. Fran, you want to tell them what they want? No, you want to tell
Tell
them.
them what they won.
Hold on.
Today is always First Mondays is an opportunity for us to showcase the wonderful people that we work with all during the month and who we've come in contact over the years. And people in this community who love and care for one another, people who have got your back. You always need a cheerleader, a coach, and a community. You need those three C's in business. You need a cheerleader that's going to keep you cheering you on when you don't feel like going on. You need a coach that'll kick you in the pants when you don't feel like going on. And they, drop and give me 20. I need you to do 10 more squats. You need a cheerleader, a coach, and a community. And so that's what we have here. We all are surrounding you around about to help you move your business forward. And that's what Biz Chicks is all about. And First Mondays, is an opportunity for you to showcase who you are, what you do, how you serve, and tell us about anything that you've got coming up. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. We do workshops, we do masterminds, we have some one-on-one products and things of that nature to help you get past wherever you are to get you where you need to be. Every Monday through Friday, we have people that we have our show, BizChicks.live, that will help gather people. We've gathered people to help you get things going in the key areas of business life. Mondays is coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations, and where we have a thought of the day. Today we were talking about seizing opportunity. Tuesday we have TJ all the way from New York City, who talks to us about our social media marketing and digital marketing. Wednesday, we have Coach Karen, who talks to us all about money and how money, our money mindset, dealing with our money mindset. Thursday is all about your health with Robin Shimizu, Happy Healthy Habits. And then Friday, we talk tech to help keep you on point with the technology that you need to run your business. And so that's who we are, what we do. And now, Terry, I'm going to leave it up to you.
I'm sorry, I muted myself. I want to say we have a special guest in the house, all the way from Toronto, Canada. She is a gifted businesswoman, extremely accomplished in many fields. She's the prior owner of a very successful cleaning business. She's run a bakery out of her kitchen, a successful child care provider. She's run a child care center. She has a lot of successful businesses in her belt. And now she wants to come and talk to us today about a special topic that's near and dear to all of our hearts. I'll let her tell you all about it. So we're going to bring her to the stage, Coach Karen Fern, all the way from Toronto, Canada. Hey,
Thank you,
Coach,
Terry.
how are you today?
I'm well. I'm well. I have a little cold, but other than that, I'm well.
Oh, good. Okay, well, not good that you have a cold, but good that you're well.
Yes.
Okay, you want to tell us a little bit about what you're going to share with us today?
We're going to talk about bookkeeping. Bookkeeping. Sometimes we put it on the back burner, but it is so good for the business.
Oh, my goodness.
And we're going to look at it in a fun way. We're not going to make it feel like, oh, I got to go do that. But,
Oh, okay.
if you wanted to do it, you could. But we're going to look at it as why it's so important. Why do we need a bookkeeper? What they do for us? How they help us to grow the business, bring in the money, see where the loopholes are, see what's going out, expenses, all those wonderful things that happens. And sometimes you say, later I'll do it, but then you forget to do it. If you got a bookkeeper,
Yes.
and you're sending all the stuff to her, he or she can make sure that that's documented, it's accounted for. So when tax time roll around, you're all ready to go. And not only that, but just looking into your business as you grow your company to see what you should and shouldn't do. So that's what a bookkeeper does.
Oh.
That's what she helps us with. That's what he or she help us to grow with and grow our business, because we're in business to make a profit. So if we're in business to make a profit, we're going to have to get the numbers. Okay.
So the numbers is not my strength. So I'm glad we're talking about this today. And I'm glad you said you're going to make this fun. Okay.
Well, I hope I'm going to make it fun, because I think it's fun, but I hope I'm going to make it fun.
And we all want the fun part of earning the money. But then we need the other part of that fun to make the management of the money fun. Because if we don't do this part, we won't be able to do the other parts, which is spend it like we would like or invest it like we would like.
Exactly.
Because we don't know where it went.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
It's so important for us to know it again. So what does a bookkeeper really do? And that's a question sometimes people just don't know, and they ask, like, what does a bookkeeper do? How does she really help us? Like, how is this going to help us? It's really about spending more money versus she helping us. And it's not true. It's really to help. A bookkeeper helps you be accurate with your numbers, call you almost, not almost, she keeps you accountable for those things that you spend on business. So if you're starting out in business, let me start that way. If you're starting out in business and you're writing your expense, your budget, your what's going to be in the expense column, just like how you put a lawyer or an accountant, you really want to have a bookkeeper there. Sometimes when you start, you don't think you need to, but you can have a bookkeeper monthly. But when you're starting out and you don't know, it would be nice to have a consultation with her or him, because what they do is go and look at the nitty gritty, and they stay focused on what it is you're telling them that you want to do. Matter of fact, they help you to see if it's making sense to get into that kind of expense right away. It helps you to see how you're going to pay yourself. Are you going to take owner's draw? What kind of company are you setting up? What are you facilitating? Is it a corporation? It's going to be LLC you guys have in Canada here is sole proprietorship. So what is it you're setting up, and why you're setting this up, and how this is going to look? Now, your accountant can tell you, yes, but they don't go in and look at that EBD number, because to them, they don't want to go in and look at those numbers. They're more about auditing your stuff versus the day-to-day, the month-to-month, and that's where the bookkeeping comes in. So this is so that people can see that their bookkeeper is not, it should be on the team versus, maybe I should hire a bookkeeper. It should be one of the things on the team. Now, if you're a small business and you're not ready yet, you can keep your own books. It's about expense versus income. That's what it's about. So we call it debits and credits, and we go into the names. And I'm gonna mention them because it's important. We got asset, we have liability, and we have owner's equity, and that's the capital that the owner is bringing into the business. You have to understand what that means. If it's a loan that you're giving the business, it has to be documented as a loan. Not, I put in the money and that's how I started a business. Like, you have to know what it is. And although that part mightn't sound fun, it's important, because at that time you're actually excited to start your business, So it is fun at that time. You're excited, you got the money, you put it in. Now somebody's helping you categorize where things go, what happened, how this money is going to be spent, all that sort of stuff. Assets are what we own, liability is what we owed. Anything that we're going to use in expense, that's your liability. Your asset is what you've got and you're holding it. All right.
Okay, so do you want me to put these slides up?
I did send you some slides. I don't know
You did.
if we still want to do them. Yeah. You know what? Sure. Let's walk through them. Let
me see if I can. Let me get them up first.
If not, I'll just talk my way through.
Let's see. This is interesting because if you set it up right from the onset of your business, and here's the thing, you all could take this too. This could be the first day of your business. You can start setting the bookkeeping up right now. You don't have to be like, oh, I'm already 3 years into the business. Now I don't know. You can start right now doing the bookkeeping right. And I like that you said having the bookkeeper on the team. You should have your, the CPA, you should have the tax guy, you should have the bookkeeper.
Yep.
And all of you
have them. You need to have them. And if you don't, you can decide when they hop on for you, like what time in the timeline of your business for the first year, where are you bringing them on? When is the need, when you see the need for them? I do like what Fran said. I do love having the bookkeeping in the beginner stages because she rarely gets to see him or her to tell you some things that seems unimportant, but you get to understand them upfront. You get to understand one of the things business owners do is plug money into the business and they're like, but I don't make any money from it. But if you talk to somebody who knows and understands, they'll say to you, hey, you might not be able to get paid until the next 3 months because of what you're telling me, what you're going to do, and here's what's going to happen. And when you're going to get paid, you're going to get owner's draw. You're not going to get a salary. So you're going to really be like a 1099 for you guys. You're not going to be able to, you're going to pay taxes like a regular person. You're not going to be able to do this, and that. They'll be able to walk you down that road. Now, your tax guy could do that too, but he's going to see at the end of the year. Here's the other thing about bookkeeping. When you get it done early, you're not paying for cleanups, and meaning people let their books run for a whole year and nobody looked at it. So now cleanup costs you thousands of dollars because a bookkeeper is sitting there entering a lot of data and really going over your receipts, and you have to explain things that you forgot for a whole year that you did. And then you came back and you say, you know what, I bought some chicken. I was on a business trip, but I'm not sure if I eat the meal. And now you're trying to process all this stuff that happened 6, 8, 12 months ago. And right. You want it now. So you're paying for her or him to sit down and get all these things categorized.
And that's what Mark is saying. Mark says, and it is helpful to have the half that Uncle Sam is going to take set aside.
Yes. Yes.
Pay those quarterly taxes or pay the fine, which I am fond of doing.
Oh my goodness. Well, I did manage to do your slides, so let's see if we can get them up. Okay.
Hello. I said, why bookkeeping should be a must-have? Because numbers rule. They don't lie.
They don't.
If your numbers are telling you you're not profitable, you can go check it with a calculator. You can write on a piece of paper. You can send it up Google and come back down. It's going to be the same thing.
Okay. So we're talking about what does a bookkeeper do? And how does bookkeeping help you as a business owner? Mm-hmm. And how to make it fun. Okay, I like that last one. So make it fun when talking to your bookkeeper.
Yeah, okay. It is simple and it's precise. I wanted to do, be straightforward and simple. We really truly want to do that because when we do, life doesn't have to be as hard as we make it. We get in there, we complicate things. We get in there and we complicate things. I'll give you a simple little tidbit. You know that you have to sell something for $10, and Uncle John wanted for $8. Auntie Nancy wanted for $6. Somebody came for $5, but the original price was $10. And now you're doing all this discounting, you're not keeping track of it. Now $2 here, $4 there. If it's not being, as I said, bookkeeping you could do it yourself in the beginning if you know how. But if you're not keeping track of those things, at the end of the month, you probably have given away $200-300 simply with the $2, $4, $5, and you're not paying attention. At the end of the month, end of 2 months, you lost $200 here, $500 there. You're like, but that can't happen. Well, we all know what little itty bitty things happen. They add up. And if you're looking at your bookkeeping, you're sending all those receipts, he or she again will say, hey, what's going on? You'll have a discussion, and you're supposed to. There's the other thing. You want to have this ongoing. So I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. You want to have this, however you guys decide to work, when you check in, how often, all that stuff you want to work out with your bookkeeper, just like you would with anybody else, because she's on your team, he or she's on your team. And when they see discrepancy, they'll want to find out what's going on and help you rectify.
So what I hear is that I need to have a business buddy. I need to have some business buddies. My business buddies are the people, you know how when you go on a field trip and they tell you get your little buddy, or you have your study buddy and you got somebody, you got to hold hands with this person so y'all stay connected up.
Yeah.
So my bookkeeper is one of my business buddies that I need to have. And it's shouldn't be painful or distasteful. This is somebody that's going to help make sure that if somebody knows what's happening with me in my business.
All right.
And it's okay. Get yourself a buddy.
And as Mark said, remind you also about your taxes, which is important. Business owners have to pay quarterly. They don't get to pay at the end of the year. Sometimes if you don't know, you just think at the end of the year you have to pay. But you do pay quarterly, and your bookkeeper would remind you, taxes are coming up, X, Y, and Z. Let's get this going. If you're small, let's say you have a couple of employees, all the different things that they need to talk to you about, like for the cleaning business, the expense account where the employees might be driving their own cars. You might be paying them for mileage, or they might be having a gas card. It just depending on how you set up your business. All these are things you really want to have streamlined. Just following whatever model you decide you're going to follow through. That's the thing. That's the key. Whatever you decide, follow through. If you need to tweak it, but follow through. Don't be all over the place.
Yeah. Start with a plan and stick to it.
That's right. Start with a plan and stick to it. Don't get away from it. Stay there. It's very helpful. All right. What was our next slide? So this is just telling you what we're responsible for. We're really, even when bookkeepers just used to write on pen and paper, then we move on to online, then we move on to Excel. Even then, we would write it down. We'd write down our expenses, write what's going on. We're keeping the books. We're watching where things are going. We reporting to the business owner. And the managers, they need to know what they can and cannot do. When you got a job and you say, especially for business, you say, they're not giving me a raise. Well, somebody is informing them if they really could give you a raise or not, so that the business would stay producing, could stay afloat. Most good businesses is built in of when raises are going to happen. So it doesn't really happen because you work extra hard this week. It happens because there's a built-in system and what's going on with the budget and how business is growing. That's how it works. That's how businesses grow. So that, the bookkeeper is playing a good part in that too.
Nice.
And so if you had a little itty bitty, we can't hear you, Terry. Did you say something?
Being able to sustain those wages, those raises. So what happens when I have a bad year? Have you put something aside so that you don't have to cut back people's wages?
Right. A good bookkeeper will inform you and advise you. They can't make you, but they'll advise you. That's why they're good on the team. They'll advise you what can happen in the new year, what's coming up, what can happen. Like one of my department in the company, I had to have a discussion because their invoices are always paid late. And I said, I need to speak to the bookkeeper. I don't even want a manager anymore. I want a bookkeeper and an accountant in the financial department to really understand what's going on. And if they're short staffed, I need to know. I need to know this because I need to know why my checks are always late. Like, we're gonna either not serve you anymore, and it has to be on time. Just like when I raise their prices, she will inquire, why are we going up? Why are you charging us more for this service now? And I send in a report. Here's what's going on. Here's why our fees are raised. A good bookkeeper will do that.
Nice.
To sort that out. So
I didn't know they did all that. Okay, that's good. So they become an advisor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's just the junior bookkeeper, there's senior, there's the CFOs, there's the people who do way more than just keeping the books. And in anything, that's what I want to say. In anything that you're doing, you can go in as, maybe you want to say just this, but if you're really interested in it, if you're really interested in the financial growth of your company you're working for, what have you, and she is showing a vetted interest in contacting me and saying, hey, the fees went up this year, what is going on? Because I want to put a report next to my notes here. I want to make sure I'm categorizing things. I want to know what's going on. And the manager didn't ask me, actually. He didn't ask. You see, if they didn't have somebody who was on the team and looking for the best interest of the company, it would have just been paid. So a good bookkeeper would do that too. And I said, I'm not mad. I appreciate it, because I could explain why you got to pay some more monies. So.
Okay.
They're on the team. They're on the team. And your business, never too small to have a bookkeeper. Even if you could only check in with them once a year, even if it's just the year you set up everything and you get everything on track and you decided, I'm going to look after it. Because I want to say something. Technology is great. You can get into QuickBooks and all that stuff and do your thing yourself. But it's a learning curve. So you want to pay attention. And if you don't know what you're doing in there, you might do something, you might double it, you might take away from it, you might do stuff in there technically that makes no sense. And at the end of the month, you got to balance the books, the debit and the credits. Like, those things have to be balanced out. So if you're not sure what you're doing, but you want to do it yourself, at least get trained in it. And get somebody who's training people in QuickBooks, so you know when you get in there what you're doing. You don't want to play with your money. The numbers are not a lie, but you can be messing around with them.
Well, that's good advice. Get some training.
Yes.
Okay. We talked about this before too. Not everything DIY. Stop it.
Delegate it, y'all.
Yes, because you said you're not good with numbers, but yet you're gonna sit down and try and do your own numbers. Get the people who enjoy doing the numbers to do the numbers.
I know Karen's smiling, and I'm just like.
Because like the tax guy that I have, he loves it. He just loves sitting there and he finds loopholes and all kind of stuff. The tax documents are like 6 or 7 inches thick, but he finds the loopholes and does all of this stuff. And he says, now if you do this, this is gonna happen this way. And I was like, okay, I'm not doing all that digging. I wouldn't be in business if I had to try and learn
exactly
everything he's learned. Right. Yes, there's Intuit, and yes, there's all of what's some other people where they, free, they do your taxes for free. I'm not doing, them too. I'm not doing that.
They're not looking after the things you just mentioned. And tax laws change every year. There's always something happening. An itty bitty line of this, a little bit of that happening. It is rigorous. You're going to have to steady be reading up on it. I'm in business and I got my tax guy. I do not do taxes. I just don't. And he knows what to tell you. He knows what to do. You give it to him and he's cool.
Interview somebody that's going to do your taxes, because I had one guy that he said he knew what he was doing. I ended up paying 10 G's. And I was like, hold on, why do I owe the IRS 10? And because he had forgotten to do something about a donation that I had made over the year, and he had forgot to put it in and something else. And then I just said, you know what? No problem. I took it to my new tax guy. He said, oh, I'll tell you how you can get that back. I was like, yes, I like you.
That's the guy. That's the guy. That's the guy. That's the guy,
Okay.
So I got here, talking about how, we're a strategic partner, helping you develop your business. If you were opening a barbershop and you come talk to me. Even before I was doing this, like I told a beauty shop owner, and I said to her, I said, the business is running at a loss. She literally she was a nurse and she's supporting the business. It made no sense. But why? The books hadn't been looked at in 2 years. And I just did a quick sweep and I said, this business is going down the tube. It makes no sense. You can't keep doing it, you know. It makes sense when you look on the front because there's so many haircuts that was happening. But at the other end, the other services weren't able to be managed on a timely manner. And that was just dragging it down. It was making no money sense, no profitable sense, you know. I said, you can keep the shop and keep the barber section going, but you're going to have to rent out chairs if you want to stay in business. You can't own the other 10 chairs. You can have one chair.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you need to rent the rest of the chairs out if you'd like to own a shop.
For real.
Yes, you know.
Okay.
You look at those things. You might love braiding hair, but it really doesn't pay to braid hair in a salon. It doesn't pay to braid hair. I repeat it, in a salon. It takes too much time to be profitable. So you cut a bunch of people hair and you can make a couple hundreds of dollars and you're still braiding somebody's hair. Even if you got 2 or 3 workers working on it and they're working as fast as they can, you know. So yeah.
Wow.
As an example. How to make it fun when talking to your bookkeeper. You focus on the end results, your profits, your winning. They're going to tell you, they're going to help you to see those little things that is slipping through the cracks before they fall to the ground. They're able to walk you through it. They're able to help you. If you want to listen and you're open, they will. You know, there's a lot of great bookkeepers, but there's other bookkeepers who get paid and don't care. Or maybe they talk to you so many times that they're like, well, if you don't care, I don't care. I prefer to drop a line like that, like rather than do that to them, because I really want them to win. I want people to be in business to win, and to win is to be profitable. And you can't be profitable if you're spending, if your expense is way higher than the money that's the revenue that's coming in, you know. Because we got to remember, when we see people talk about revenue, it's the money that come in. We don't know what the expenses are. We don't know what they're paying out to be profitable. So those are, you know, really, really important things to look at.
Okay. So does anybody have any questions so far? Anybody in Clubhouse? We have Cecily and Yolanda. Do you all have any questions? If you do, raise your hand over there and I'll get you in, or you can put your comments in the chat because we now have a chat feature on Clubhouse. Okay. So that is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it is very nice because it's like, you know, if you don't want to, you don't have to be on camera, or you don't even have to use your voice if you do not wish to do so. So what's our next slide?
I think that's it. Here we go.
Yeah, I wanted to make it short and sweet.
And this is good because I got some questions for you. So no multitasking. What?
I know, I slipped that in there, right?
Yeah.
This is if you're going to do your own books. You want to be focused. Numbers are funny. Like, you can be calculating. If you're a person that works in Excel, you know about formulas. And let's say you're doing formulas and you just miss and you put, if you know, you know. If you don't know, I'm still going to say it. Like A5 multiplied by D, whatever. And you make a mistake and put 16 instead of 14. Next thing, the formula is giving you a different answer. And you're like, what happened? Where did I go wrong? Because you were probably over here doing whatever and over here doing whatever. You got to stay focused if you're doing your bookkeeping. That goes to the bookkeeper too. And why did I bring it up? Because also in your other business, if you're going to sit down and you're doing something, please don't do anything else. Just that thing. Just sit there and get that thing done. If today all you're doing is looking after the money that's supposed to come in, or you're planning to make, I don't know, 100,000 this year or 200,000. Don't try to do anything else. Just sit there with the idea of the 200,000 that you want to make. That's it. And then once you have that big number down, then what's the activities that's going to get me closer there? Not playing around. What's the activity that I want to do? What's the 6 main activities I need to do to get to 200,000? Is it gross or net? and write everything down. Don't go anywhere. Don't go on Facebook. Don't answer the phone, nothing. Just stay there and answer the question. And if you want to leave, say, I'll be back, next Tuesday at 5 p.m. And then you leave it alone. Don't do anything else. Just don't multitask.
Okay, y'all heard that right. Been preaching don't multitask for a long time. Mark says it's helpful to include wine in your business planning for the days when you meet with the bookkeeper. Mark got jokes.
Hey, Mark.
And Coach Karen has all of her contact information here. You can reach her on at fernkaren@gmail.com. Or she also, if you want a discovery session. Now, let me ask a question. Are you offering bookkeeping services?
Yeah, we just opened that apartment. It's going to open in May. It's not quite open yet. It's gonna be. So I thought I'd just come and start talking about it.
Okay, cool. I'm first.
Know.
Okay, no, I'm first in line. Because, I'm going to tell you, it is not easy to find a bookkeeper. You call somebody on the phone, and then I'm trying to feel out who they are and what they're doing, just kind of listening to their voice. And now I got to take all of my financials and lay them bare before these people. And I don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? I don't know them. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I don't know. I don't know about you.
They got your social security number.
They got bank accounts and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't know you.
Yeah.
And I know that it's necessary to have it done, but I still don't have the know, like, trust factor. Somebody recommended them, but they're not using them. So I'm like, well, no.
If you're going to recommend, then you should have had.
They used to use them when they had a business or whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, yes, okay, I'm not comfortable right now. And so having someone that's why, again, we talked about having a cheerleader, a coach, and a community. In this community, we recommend people and we know where to find them, right? It's not like, well, I don't know who that lady is. And you want people that you see them every day coming on here. You get us to know them. Even if I think we met Coach Karen in 2018 in person when we went to Niagara Falls. So we actually know Coach Karen. This is not like somebody we just, like, hey, anybody off the street doing bookkeeping. So we appreciate the effort. We've been doing this since 2013, Karen.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
goodness.
It's been a while. It's been a minute.
It has been a long time. And 2013. What is it now? 2022.
2022.
That's almost 10 years.
Yes.
Wow.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But that means that there is some stability there. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for it, and you might want to get on her calendar, and so she can do a discovery session with you. Terry, if you put those links in the private chat, I can drop them over here on the Clubhouse. So you can check her out, ask her questions. And I'm sure she'll point you somewhere if she doesn't know.
Exactly. Right. I don't know everything.
But she does know money.
That I know.
Yes. And you can take somebody who can take some orange sections and sell them. You need to hear Coach Karen. Okay. So, Terry, what else do you got for us?
Well, Coach Karen, we want to make sure that people know that you also run a coaching service. You want to tell us a little bit about your background. And those of you who would like to come in and tell us a little bit about your business, let us know. We'll send you a link and put you in the studio. So I sent a link.
On Clubhouse, all you need to do is raise your hand so that I can have you bring you on stage so you can tell us about your business there.
Okay. So I sent a link out to Lisa, and I hope she'll be joining us soon. She's never been on StreamYard, so this might be a do or a don't for her. So we'll see. But Coach, we thank you. I'm going to stop sharing the
Yeah.
oh, there, I see, Lisa. I'm going to stop sharing your slides, but I want people to know that Coach Karen is here with us every Wednesday. We talk about money and how to, your personal finances and your business finances, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So, Coach, thank you so much, and we really do appreciate you. Guys, when you tune on Wednesdays, you need to have a pencil and paper ready,
Yeah.
because
Thanks
we
for
never
having me.
leave there without
Thanks
some
for having me,
foundational.
ladies.
Thank you so much. Without some
Thanks for having me.
Okay.
foundational stuff.
And if you have any questions for Coach Karen, will you be around for a couple of seconds?
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna hang around and see who else is coming up to
Okay.
talk about their stuff. Before I go, I'll just say I'm a coach. I do money and mindset, and
Mm-hmm.
this piece of my money journey was necessary. I did accounting in Guyana. I did it also up here, and this is I went back to school and did a refresher. So, because I like to keep up to date, I like to see what's going on. I like to get in there and do it, you know. And after a year of making sure that I'm where I want to be, because it's such an important part of what I do. I mean, I coach, I tell people what to do, I help them, I listen to their, stuff that they're going through, and I help them work their way through it. But sometimes people need that, that foundation where things are really touchy feely, where you can actually see where things go and what's happening. And this is bringing me full circle. So thank you
This
guys
is
for allowing
good
me to
too,
present.
because you need somebody that you can talk to help you through the stuff that you don't do. And so we're going to bring Lisa up in just a minute. Terry, but could you put Karen's contact info on the private chat for me, please? While you and I can bring Lisa in while you're doing that.
Yeah, and then you guys can zing me out.
Okay, yeah, we'll. No, on the private chat for me. Yeah. So here we go. I'm gonna put Lisa up. Hey, Lisa, how are you?
Hey, ladies. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Could be good morning as well. I'm Lisa Lemons. I'm here in Elk Grove, California, and this is my first time here with the Biz Chicks, and it's been a wonderful conversation, and I'm loving every minute of it.
All right. Tell us what you do, Lisa.
Well, I have a staging and commercial cleaning services. I've been doing that for almost 20 years now. So I work closely with a lot of the real estate professionals here in town. And then I also have a health and wellness business as well.
Okay, nice. So where can we find you? Specifically for me, because I'm a real estate broker, I would like to get your information as far as staging and cleaning.
Yes, I can be found. My business is Exit Stage Right, Staging and Cleaning Services. I have
Okay,
a Facebook page
right.
as well as the website.
Okay, Exit Stage Right. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody have any questions for Lisa? Okay, so Cicely, did you want to tell us about your business and what it is that you do?
I would like to ask Lisa a question before you move on.
Okay.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Lisa, if I am trying to do something like clean out air property, like you inherit your mother's house, and you want to clean it out, and you live in Texas and mom's house is in California, do you do that kind of thing?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if it's local here in Sacramento County, most
Mm-hmm.
definitely. Hmm I have
Okay.
some experience with the senior services relocation. I used to work with the company, partner with the company that did senior relocation services. So that's, moving mom out of the house into a senior apartment or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
But you also
And I
clean out.
also do organizing as well.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yes, it is.
And then but it's good though, because we're talking about the fact that you don't need to be DIY, because being DIY takes you away from whatever your A game is, whatever you're good at. If I'm so busy trying to do my own finances, I'm not going to have any finances for anybody to do. And if I am so busy trying to stage my own properties and do all of these different things and trying to clean up the house, I was like, I am not doing this. I hired a cleaning company just not too long ago. I guess they're like Uber for cleaning or something. I was just like, you know what? I am so tired of, I'm not, because I'm focused all in on the business. I don't have time to do the baseboards.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you understand what I mean? Washing windows, clean the refrigerator. I'm like, I can't do. Oh, wait, Karen.
Exactly. Well, your job, what you do, you sell and buy property. So that's your focus. That's your business. So the other stuff, you, like you said, hires other professionals to do that for you. So that way you can stay focused on what you do.
See, multitasking takes your focus away.
I think the key word here is professional.
Right.
Yes.
And that was it too. And so my husband and I, we just decided, you know what, we're gonna have somebody come in every 2 weeks, because the house don't get that messed up in 2 weeks. But I don't feel like it's not a good use of my time to do that.
Correct.
Look, I had the laundry picked up today. There was a company, they will come to your house, pick up the laundry, and then drop it back off tomorrow. I was like, wait, whoa, how much?
Oh.
Indeed.
How much time did that save me?
Right. Yeah, washing clothes is a beautiful thing.
Right. We all want time. It's all about time. What do you do with the time? And we can't manage time. All you can do is manage yourself and what you do with the time.
Right. And I was thinking, okay, so I bagged up everything, put it on the front porch. They came and got it. They're going to bring it back and put it on the front porch. And then they're bringing me a bag, with the logo on it and everything. And all I got to do is put clothes in it and stick it out there at $1.75 a pound.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hold on.
Which makes sense, because I used to take mine in all the time, but I guess with all the things that are going on now, they're picking it up and dropping it off. That's
right. Because I used to have to drive down on 16th Street to drop it off, and you got to find a place to park, and then you got to come back around and pick it up. I was like, wait a minute, this is better than DoorDash.
That's a winner. Okay, well, Mark says, in its current state, my office would be a career ender for an organization. He's got some stuff going on there.
But we all do. And it's, you know how you set your office up and you got everything all set up and everything's good, and then you got to turn around and now you have to do work in it, but you don't. If you stop to do the cleaning, if you stop to do the folding and the washing and the all that other stuff, you're not
trying to get to perfection. Yeah.
Something is going to get half done. And I said half done, not the word my mom would have probably said, but it was going to get half done.
Yeah.
And I don't want it half done, and it doesn't have to be half done. And the more I thought about it, why wasn't I just hiring somebody? It's not that I'm not making enough to take care of that.
I think about how much more you could make if it wasn't rolling around in the back of your mind. I got to do the laundry. What day is that going to happen? You know what I'm saying?
And I was like, I wanted to set the laundry up where you see it in the garage. Everybody, how they have the perfect garage set up with the laundry, and it
Girl,
says
that is
laundry.
before people start doing laundry. Don't fool
It had,
yourself. All this
wait,
stuff is staged. They had Lisa
they
come
had
in and stage
laundry
that
all
stuff.
across the nice, like the placard you get from Hobby Lobby that says laundry on it.
My happy
Those
home.
powders in glass containers, and you're scooping them out. I was like, look, let me call somebody. It
Because it's
was,
gonna stay pretty if you never use it anyway.
Exactly.
I was like, and then all of a sudden the clothes started creeping up higher. I was like, no.
Yeah. We just have to wrap our heads around that. It could be hired out and we're okay. But because we grew up doing whatever you were doing, you keep doing without realizing that you don't have to do it. I had a client of mine and I love her for that. She wouldn't make much money, but she had a cleaner. She had somebody who come in and prep her cooking that she doesn't like to do. And and we used to crack up with her, and this is where we used to crack up on her. And I remember thinking to myself, she had it right all along. So by the time money started kicking in, these people were in place. So she paid what she could, and they just keep rolling around. By the time she had a job, by the time she opened her own business, she was not doing well. She stopped doing less. But she was of the mind that when she comes in, she's just too tired. I'm not going to do it.
And then we get into the thing because our moms did all of that, would go to work, come home and do all that stuff. But they were, on edge and fidgety and all kinds because they're tired from doing all of that.
Yes.
I was like,
we have to accept that it's okay.
Did you notice?
You don't have to do everything.
Did you notice that in the 50s, that was the introduction of cocktails in the 30s? By the 50s, people were walking around with little aprons on and a cocktail in their hand. What's that about?
Trying to drown out
all that wonderfulness, that perfect wife thing, that Stepford wife thing going on.
No. And see, you can spend more time with the kids, even though they're going to learn their chores and stuff too. Yes, they need to learn how to make their own bed and some other stuff, but come on.
Because you're really learning. I think one of the things we really got to understand, we're learning to do or teaching our kids to do certain things, not because they have to continuously do it, so that they can know how that if somebody come in and didn't do it well, we understand that it wasn't a good job getting done. That's it. We're not doing it so that we can continuously do it. We just have to understand why we're learning it. You might want to watch the plumber, not necessarily because you want to do under the sink, but you want to make sure he's fitting things in right. And so you get comfortable and understand if something happened. And when anybody come in to do anything for us, I ask the questions. Like, I'm not walking behind you, but I'm asking, like, what did we have to change? If this happened again, should we call you? Does it make sense? And I'm looking at the price point. If it doesn't make sense, then I buy a new one. Then I don't need a repair guy.
Yes, because so how much does a garbage disposal cost? About $200, right? You go to Home Depot or whatever, it's about $200. So our garbage disposal got stuck. Now there's a little wrench. Now I don't learn too much about the garbage disposal, but there is a Allen wrench that you can stick underneath the bottom if it's jammed, and you can turn the little Allen wrench the opposite way, and it will free the little blades. So I tried that, and that didn't work. So we called the guy out, and so they're going to come, and we come for free. But then we're going to look at it, and so can you unjam it or not? He looks in there and puts his hand down in there. Can you unjam it? Well, yeah, well, we'll see. We need to have you sign the paper that you're going to pay for the $135 or whatever. And I'm like, we will pay for that. I'm not going to do what is the proposal for, the things that they want you to be on for.
Continuous. Oh, so you pay that continuous monthly fee.
I was like, no, I don't want continuous. We'll pay you the $135 to see if you can unfreeze it or unstick it or whatever. And I said, by the way, how much does it cost if you had to replace it? Oh, $500 and something. I was like, no, you won't be replacing it. So let's just see. Because I could have went to Home Depot. It didn't cost us that much to buy it in the first place. Now, if 500 was the going rate, fine, but I know better. So he got under there, and he loosened it up, and the thing was working. I said, I'll give you 135, but I don't want your monthly subscription or whatever. I just
Service plans.
Yeah. You just want to pay it one time and get it done.
But everybody has a new service plan now. They all want you to be on a service plan.
So Mark says,
go ahead.
I require 2 contrasting 1-minute monologues and 16 bars of a song before I let anyone in.
So you do, and there's a reason why we don't do DIY. Don't put glass down the sink and some other stuff, but
pay the people. Everybody's got a job to do, and let them do their jobs. And don't walk behind them when they come to do their jobs either. Oh, I just hate that.
Okay. Well, friend, is anyone over in the Clubhouse looking to take a seat?
Cecily is there. She's just listening in today.
Okay.
So then we have Mark, and Mark, he's our resident life strategist. If you need strategy help getting your life on point, we got Coach Karen and we got Mark in the house. So you got 2 to choose from. And then Lisa is new to Biz Chicks, but she's got staging and cleaning your house. See, you won't have to do it.
Get it done.
Organization. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And it is the thing to do you have to wrap your mind around it. You have to make a mental shift in order to let somebody else help you get stuff done.
We don't like people to help us, and we really need to start earlier in life so that when we need more help, it'll come. It's not as hard to just allow people to actually take care of you. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, you go get your nails done, somebody's taking care of you. Get a massage, you're getting a facial done, they're taking care of you. So it's okay for them to come and look after the house. I mean, you're working hard to keep that home going. So let somebody come in and get it done. And
get rid of the thought that wherever that thought came from, you are not a good person if you don't clean your own house.
The professionals is going to do a better job than you anyway. I'm sorry. They're gonna, because when you get there, you're tired. So you do an hour or 2 and you're tired and you sit down, you watch TV, you have a cup of coffee. Oh, tomorrow I'll finish up the rest. The professional is going to come in and do it in a day, in less than a day, depending on the size of your house, whether they're solo or 2 people, and they're going to get it done. Whatever you had on that list, if that's how it works for you, or whatever it is, the bi-weekly, if you're switching things out, they come in and they get it done and they leave. They're happy to come and serve you. Sure. That's what Lisa does. She knows go in and get it done. So,
and I was thinking about some people who are, I'm so tired and I've got to do this. And I was like, that's because you want to be tired, because you won't let somebody come. Mark here's some more wisdom for Mark. Mark said, others cannot give if you are not willing to receive. Allow others to shine with their gifts so that they can better share yours. Man, Mark, I think we need to put that.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Put that on a tweet.
That is.
Others cannot give if you are not willing to receive. Allow others to shine with their gifts so that you can better share yours. Okay, Mark. If I had a cookie, I'd give you one right now. That was so good.
He always has such profound things, doesn't he?
Right. I'm like, I got to figure out how to, I want to copy that.
Yeah, copy and put it in a code.
Yeah. And this, I'm going to have to screenshot it because it ain't letting me do what I want to do with it.
Lisa, what's the name of your company?
Lisa.
Exit Stage Right Staging and Cleaning Services.
Okay. So they're combined together?
Yes.
Okay.
It goes hand in hand. When you're ready to get a home stage, of course, you want to clean first, and then bring in the staging. And we are a certified green cleaning service. We use all natural products. I don't use the harsh chemicals of bleach,
Nice.
that sort of thing. So very environmentally friendly product.
And so you sell your service as a package together?
Yes, the staging and cleaning. Yes, I do have packages available.
No, I'm asking if they're together. They're together or they're individual businesses?
They're my businesses, but you know, it's separate. Sometimes it's just staging alone, it's standalone, or cleaning standalone.
Okay.
And then we also do office cleaning as well, small to medium sized office.
Okay.
Nice.
This
has been good. Karen, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yes. Follow Coach Karen. Follow Lisa.
Me.
Lisa Lemons. Exit Stage Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Ward. You can ask Mark Ward. And he's on Twitter and everywhere. Cecily, thank you so much for tuning in with us on Clubhouse over here. I trust that you got something out of this while you're working there. Mm-hmm. And that's all I have, Terry. How about you?
Okay, well, we want to make sure that everybody's aware of the fact that they can join the Biz Chicks community. If you've not already done so, we'd love for you to text BIZ to 33777 and become a part of our community. It is complimentary to become a part of the community. We'd love to hear more about what you do and have you share it with the others in our community. In addition to that, we will be having some wonderful workshops coming up, and we look forward to introducing those to you.
All right. So that is all we have. Tomorrow is Tuesday. TJ, all the way from New York City, will be there. Terry Johnson Online. She will be presenting marketing and digital marketing and social media strategies tomorrow and every Tuesday. Coach Karen will be with us on Wednesday. On Wednesday at 8 a.m. And she will be talking money mindset matters. If you learned a lot today, you're going to learn even more. I know she's got books in the works and some other things that's going to help you. If you need a bookkeeper, you need to call Coach Karen, because that's coming up in May. Get on her books because she's going to book up fast. All right. And then Thursday, Happy Healthy Habits. And Friday, we're talking tech in English so that you know how to use your technology for your business to the best of your ability. Mm-hmm. All right. Terry?
Thank you, everyone, for your time. Thank you for your energy. We really enjoyed you today. Coach Karen, thank you again. Lisa, thank you for popping in and sharing with us information about your business. We look forward to doing business with you. And we want to remind you guys, it's okay to be successful in your business. Give yourself permission and go to the front of your own line. Have a great day, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.